It's a wonderful day with Segue and wonder. Deep breath in. And out. Happy 11/11 portal. Segue 1, the Spiral Galaxy Kitty and I, Wonder Woman Heart, just set up this beautiful reading today on the 11/11 portal and turned on the camera at 11/11. Yes, it's a magical portal for new beginnings, for spiritual awakenings. And it just feels like there's magic in the air. And I think that we're going to have a beautiful message today from the wisdom of the oracle. Yes, kitty. Yes, we are. We are. Kissing the deck. Thank you, baby. Thank you, my love. Thank you. It's good to see you today, Segue. What message do you have for us, angels, ancestors, spirit guides, highest beings of love and light, higher self, higher Segue, higher you? What message do you have for us for the highest good, for the highest good of all beings? Thank you. So patient. Thank you, universe. What message do you have for us for the highest good of ourselves and for all beings, so we know that we are one on this 11/11 portal. New beginnings, new awakenings, connecting to our divine spiritual selves, remembering who we are, becoming our authentic selves. As before we came to this planet, we decided to give ourselves clues of remembering. For me, one of the clues was to see 11/11 everywhere, to the point of ridiculousness. Magical synchronicities of love and light. Too many. And learning the world is a beautiful place. And look at that. We got all that glitters. All that glitters. Just gaze into this card as I run in to get my emergency reading glasses. Talent. Yes, I thought that we needed a musical interlude. Look at that, all that glitters. All that glitters. Number 16, which is a 7. Okay, let me look at it. Okay. A big pile of gold, everything sparkly and glittery. It's gleaming rays of sunshine. So it's radiating all this love and I am consciousness, while it's also receiving energy from an angelic higher source being that's connected to their third eye up to the cosmos. And there's a couple of masks on the top of this pile of all that glitters, because it's time to take off the masks and realize that you are all that glitters, and you don't need to wear those masks for to please others anymore. No, no, no. All that glitters. Let's see what it says in this wisdom. All that glitters. The essential meanings. A need to see beyond the superficial. The desire to don a mask or dress something up to disguise its true nature. Trying to be something you're not, and chasing after every sparkly new thing, being mercurial. The oracle's message. It's only human to want to adorn oneself in trinkets, and paint a pretty picture of oneself. It's natural to want to acquire the trappings of status, or to deny them as a statement of rebellion. But if it sparkles, is it better? Whether it's a fast car, a big house, a title or position, the stamp of authority, or the sparkling of diamonds, these icons let you know something about a person, place, or thing. Or do they? The truth is that people seek to acquire things because of what they will do for them and how they symbolically will elevate them and make them more attractive. This card signals that it's time to see beyond the adornments and probe underneath the surface. Learn to recognize the masks people wear and the motives underlying them. Imagine that all the glitter is gone. Would you still desire the object or person? The relationship message. Take it or leave it, any of these messages. If it resonates, ooh, drink it in. If not, leave it for someone else. It's all about frequency, so if it matches your frequency, you'll probably like it. And if it doesn't, you won't. We're not all the same frequency, so it's fine. So the relationship message, if you are in the frequency of wanting to hear about that, sometimes we try to become something we're not to impress others. We embellish a story a bit, adding some dramatic elements to make us more appealing. The real person becomes hidden behind the sparkle and shine. Then there are times when we don't see the true value of someone else because he or she may not have the glitz and glamour that seems so desirable. Now is the time to look past the surface, beyond the mask, to the essence of a person, who that person is, not what he or she has or can give you. It's important. See beyond the glitter and look for the inner glow. Use the eyes in your heart. Interesting. Eyes in your heart. Let go of artifice and let what is authentic shine. I like that. Use the eyes in your heart. So look at things through the lens of your heart and through love. Prosperity message. So let's see what this is. Sometimes an opportunity looks so good that it glitters like gold and you just can't resist it, especially when it appears others are doing so well and have hit the mother lode. If you ever played The Sims, that was a good cheat to get the mother lode. During the American Gold Rush, everyone hurried west to find their fortune and then deserted entire towns after the mining depleted the gold veins in the earth. So too can you deplete yourself as you chase after the latest shiny thing that has caught your eye. There is a mercurial quality to your present circumstance. Pay no attention to those who chase after fool's gold. Resist the temptation to be jealous of others. What they have achieved may not be the true success you seek, so don't compare yourself to them. You see only the surface right now, only the sparkle. Be assured that you will experience your own shining moment if you stick to what you know. All that glitters may not be gold for you. And the protection message. This is a signal to walk away from what you're contemplating. There is a thin veneer of glitter and sparkle that masks something rotten underneath. Pursuing it will only bring about difficult situation. You will be sorry you got yourself into. Stay away. Isn't it wonderful how spirit protects you? Better things await. So, if something's looking too good to be true, it probably is. You always hear that, but you don't want something to just look sparkly and beautiful on the outside, and then once you see deeper, it's just not good. Like when you talk to water in a negative way and it becomes a blob. Another one. Wisdom of the Oracle. So wise. So wise. What's another? What else do you want to tell us? Your wisdom. Ooh. Okay, so we got number 17, the fates. Just being me at 717 is something I like to say. It's a number synchronicity that shows up for me and shows me I'm on my right path and I'm just being me. Can't be anyone else. 717, the fates, it's fated. Just be yourself. There's some angelic or fairy wings here, some cosmic stars, and they're all around, like an embrace from the cosmos, from the angels, from the fairies, from the fates. There's a lot of green, heart chakra and throat, crown. Thank you, kitty, the fates. Thank you, kitty. If you want to see it, the fates. Yeah. And number 22, which is 2 11s, 11 today, is blessed. And it's a woman or a feminine being floating with wings, iridescent beauty in the cosmos and the stars above the clouds, with like little red hearts all through the sky. But it's in like a snail shell, kind of. And there's a being in the shell's face, like it's an energy that's carrying them, and it's beautiful. It's divine. This reminds me, yesterday I found a little snail in the driveway, an empty shell. I picked it up and I was admiring the beauty of the spiral on the shell. And pretty soon, which I thought I was going to keep the shell for my collection of stones and shells, a little snail started emerging into my hand. It tickled, but I just decided to give them some energy, healing, love, frequency, and then set them in a place where there was grass and dew to drink. And for some reason, I just feel like the snail, like the banana slug, the Pacific banana slug here where we are in the redwoods, has a message for us of loving ourselves, because a snail or a slug, they love themselves. They don't need a partner to create. They can create on their own if they want to. It's always more fun with a partner, so they like to choose a partner and they'll create their own little yin-yang symbol and they'll connect. And I can't speak specifically on the snail, but I know it's similar. But the Pacific banana slug in particular, which I probably have one around here I could find to show you, but they're bright yellow like a banana. They can be up to 8 to 10 inches long as a banana. They could be bright yellow like a fresh, delicious banana. They could be kind of green, like they're not quite ripe. They could have black spots, like, oh, this is a ripe banana. And they are hermaphrodites, so they have both male and female sex organs. So I would guess that they would probably identify as a pronoun of they, them, theirs, because they have both parts, or maybe they identify as both. I don't know, I didn't ask them. But they could create with their sacral a new little slug by themselves if they want. But they prefer a mate, and they'll make a yin-yang symbol. Looks like a 6-9, and they embrace and they connect. The banana slug is very, very well endowed. So take this as a message, is that we are well endowed in our spiritual energy. But a banana slug's penis, which they all have one, could be as long as their body. So give me a break. That's like 8 to 10 inches, as long as they are. And when they can connect for, a couple hours or up to all day. But then, with such a well-endowed being, could be hard to disengage. But the banana slug isn't worried about that, for they have many teeth, 27,000 on a radula, their mouth. And they will make sure they disengage. But they created. Why am I even saying that? Because I just wanted to tell you that banana slugs love themselves instead of snails, because there's a snail on this card. So I feel like you should learn from the slug to love yourself. And that just reminds me of another thing that I do that was inspired by the banana slug. They have a really sticky, slimy, glittery, sparkly trail of slime that follows them, and when they are creating with another, they exude so much slime that I like to imagine when I'm walking in the woods that I'm like a banana slug, and I'm leaving a sparkly trail of healing, loving light that's sticky like slime, and anyone who walks the trail behind me can choose to connect to that light and healing and use it for their highest good, however their higher self sees fit, for their highest good. And so it's all, when you work with energy and intentions, it's like you use your imagination a lot, and just know that your imagination is real. You're creating your reality, and why not make it fun? So that's fun for me. But anyway, number 17 is one of our cards here. And then we'll read the sluggy one. 22. Number 17. As now we know more about slugs. Aren't you? So glad. This is the fates, though. Yeah, baby. You want to come knock everything down? Your forte? No, that's all the glitters. Silly me. I'll get it right, kitty. I will. The fates. Essential meanings: fate, karma, acceptance. That there are things you cannot change, and knowing what those things are. The oracle's message, the serenity prayer. The serenity prayer sums up the meaning of this card. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. There are things in life you will never have control over. The conditions brought on by the evolution of the collective, by nature, and by your past experiences may be fated, preordained by spirit, for a greater purpose you cannot understand in this lifetime. It may not be in your cards to understand why certain events occurred, but you can accept the mystery and work with what those events and your current circumstances have to teach you. This is the wisdom contained in the Serenity Prayer. Relationship message. Other people are who they are. You can't change them. The change is to accept them as they are and not try to make them otherwise to suit you. This is a time to look at how you attempt to mold people to fit your view of how they should be, so you can remain in relationship and avoid discomfort. What if who they are and whatever is, and whatever is happening between you and them in this situation is perfect from the perspective of spirit? Now is the time to accept what you cannot change, even if it means that you honor yourself, spirit, and the other person by moving on. Love unconditionally, for each of us is on our own journey, and we cannot direct that of another. Be aware that this relationship is indeed fated, and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it. And the prosperity message. Your experiences concerning prosperity and abundance are beyond your personal control right now. You are being invited to accept what is unreservedly. This could be a temporary situation, seemingly thrust upon you by outside forces, but there is an underlying purpose you can't see that has been determined by the fates. It could be a situation you are unprepared for, and you may not understand how it will benefit you in the moment. Do not fight the situation. Ride it out and see where it leads. Surrender to it, and the serenity you need to make good choices from here on out will be given to you. You will indeed flourish. And the protection message, which is normally what I would just read if it was upside down, but I'm just going to read it because someone out there might need to hear it. So, it is difficult to understand why painful things happen to good people. Fate is a mystery after all. Yet, what we do with our circumstances, the way in which we respond to life's challenges, is how we rise up to greet our destiny. Now is one of those times to be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations and surrender to acceptance. Hang in there. Life will only get better. Take it from me. Act as if you believe that for the only thing you can control right now is your attitude. When you align with the fates, being mindful of what you can and cannot change, serenity will come to you. That's right. That is right. Thank you. Reminds me of a reading I was listening to yesterday about, are you on a fated path or on a destined path? And the difference there. It's interesting to think about. Fate maybe fate, you don't always have control over it, so you're not going to stress about what you cannot change. It's fated. There's lessons in it. I think maybe destiny somehow has more divine choice. I don't know what I'm thinking here. Something to ponder. 22. Let's see what this is. Blessed. There's that snail. Blessed. Essential meanings. Something wonderful that is unearned and unexpected. Grace that is unforeseen gift from Spirit. The Oracle's message. There are moments in life when, out of the blue, it seems that everything has been orchestrated by divine intervention. You feel blessed in ways that are difficult to express. It's as if the Red Sea parts in front of you and events come together to banish your troubles easily and naturally. You know, deep down, you did not deserve any of it, and yet here you are. This is one of those times. Let awe and gratitude for all your blessings guide you now. The relationship message. You are moving toward a deepening of intimacy in a unique and sacred partnership. You know you are meant to make this connection. This union, blessed by the divine, will bring transformation and beauty to the world. This is also a sign that even more important, you're being called to a deeper intimacy with yourself, like the slug, and Spirit. With this new development, you will see evidence of grace in your life. And the prosperity message. Unexpected windfalls and good fortune come your way now. You're in a phase where any difficulties or obstacles that have stymied your success seem to disappear on their own. Be ready to receive. The windows of opportunity will open wide. Accept the blessings given to you now, and don't forget to share them. And the protection message. Humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions to be who you need to be. You can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have hit rock bottom. And what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. Okay, so that was if the message was upside down. I like reading. So I get the whole well-rounded version. I'm just going to check really quick to see if a slug is sometimes where slugs like to hang out. I didn't find a banana slug right now. I'll be showing you guys one eventually. But I want to show you the wonders of Flat Slugly, written by Wonder Woman Heart. that is, wow. This is a book that I wrote and created that little image of Slugly, Flat Slugly. It's my Wonder Woman heart. I just made 500 copies of these and we're able to give them away to people in the community. And on my guided Wander with Wonder walks and special events, I was able to give these out for free. And if you look on my page, I'll have story time with Kitty. We'll read the book together. Well, I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. Segue, did you want to say goodbye? All right, we're gonna read it. We'll read it